sorry. That and what could be, as said by Pim, the grand final of this event when it comes to LAN. And that certainly could be the case, right? These two teams have looked to be some of the better performers, some of the more consistent performers. For Young Ninjas, how they even have come into this event saying that they are the favorites and they expect to be in that top 3, at least, if not winning the whole thing. Well, Mouz are currently top of the board, okay? So in terms of placing, Mouz have had no problems. Can they keep that up, though, in their head-to-head? A head-to-head they've already won. Mouz picked it up first time around, and now they look to do it again on Mirage.
You know?
Yeah, like that, but like better.
Yeah, but like with real instruments. Like I'm just playing the mouth portal. Right? We all have one of them. Where does your mouth go when you're off the clock? I don't want to know, actually. That's gross. Don't tell me that. Look at this. Pass down towards Con for Mouz NXT. Woo! Nice shot for Sapek. One hell of an opener. The P2K netting that opening kill. And now they're even flooding onto these Con fellas. They will get out still and in towards the A site. But Young Ninjas were prepared for this, Hugo. They're playing a retake A setup. And with them being a man up, this is right where you want to be if you're playing this this style in the pistol.
Yeah, that's the bomb trap to the stairs, coming through the murder hole and delivering some murderers Fuzi. No kit, so Ninjas need to play fast and loose, and they're doing exactly that, charging down the players in the bomb site.
Right, Hugo, I'm going to give you now, do you want to change your prediction? I'll let you get a 1-round grace period to remake the prediction.
No.
No, you're sticking with Mouz NXT.
Sure.
All right. All right. All right. Loads of people would have killed for that opportunity, Hugo. Yeah. You've just got given it for free. And you're sticking to your guns, and I kind of respect that. Well, speaking of sticking to guns, that's what both squads are going to do here. Forcing up on the side of Mouz NXT. They've got a scout, they've got Deegs, they've got armor. And out in the middle they go. Good bit of damage done early. ZTR will pick up a double before he's Deegged out. 2 players trapped up behind those boxes. There is a nade on Fuzi as well, which is going to rain over. Do even more damage to these guys trapped out in top mid. This is a wonderful little crunch from Young Ninjas, right? Like, I think a lot of teams would have seen mid control getting attempted, kind of eased off of middle a little bit, not wanting to give much over to the pistols. The Young Ninjas just go, look, mate, right, you guys can keep your deagles. That's all well and good. We're going to quad peek you from con, window, and short. And they shut down that round with the rifles. Now, just Torshi left, and as good as this guy's been, so he's given us some great moments as Torshi. I don't think the Scout 1v4 is going to get added to that list. Although I did say Void wouldn't win that 1v5 yesterday. Only this time, not blessing people with my opinions. I'm not really cursing.
I mean, luckily what you say has no bearing on the outcome of an already live match. Or so we hope. Let's find out. Let's see if the Ninjas are listening into us as we listen into them.
Bygg banken gubbar. Slarva inte bort några vapen här tidigt. Och börja rulla.
Window igen. Eller hoppa ner mitten, Love.
De är ju för läcka nu så vi vill inte överkompensera någonting.
Nej, nej. Jag hoppar band i mitt. Jag kommer låg i wide ifall jag inte ser någon. De fick bara en kill. Ute, ta mitt.
Jag flashar mitt.
Han var solo. En deagle dog. Jag kommer wide.
Jag håller rugga.
Ingen mer. Jag har top mid.
Jag spärrar base.
Jag kommer base. Kan du göra Love? Jag backar. Jag slår upp till rugge.
En slope. En palace också.
Jag nöjdar en slope.
Det är inget spö.
Flashar bank där.
En palace.
Fett bra alltså. Vamos! Bora!
Nice gubbar.
Den här då.
Clean as can be, and the Young Ninjas, they slip it in easily. Anti-eco done. Now the buy round, now where things get exciting yet again, and they need to for Mouz, right?
Yeah.
Need to start strong. That's one thing we have seen today. Slow starts for T sides, right? In both the maps we've already covered. Really dominant first halves, 11 4s, 12 3s, games that have eased up a little bit, tightened up near the end, but ultimately whoever starts strong has closed out their map today.
Oh, little trades, but Nilo taking it one step too far on that push through lower. Little hiccup in there, no one noticed. JDC keeping that in the advantage of Mouz NXT. Torshi just moved the bomb like maybe half a meter. If you could think of CS in meters, how big is a Counter-Strike meter? It's an interesting one, isn't it, Hugo?
At least 1.5 feet, I'd say.
Because this game works on units, doesn't it? So, you know.
Yeah, what an absolute unit on this T side, though. He's walking up cat. Sui and Torshi coming into the B site, splitting it into 2, and Rolf at the back. He's just trying to stop the Apps play. Dinked immediately on the run and gun. Luckily, through the corner of the wall, he lives to tell the tale. Fuzi has his back covered, but his front's already been lost, and so in a 2-on-4, in your first gun round, you might be looking to save.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be the best thing to do. Really the only thing to do. And so when the rifles come out, the success, it hits right away for Mouz NXT. Hugo is this new thing that he does, where whenever I talk, he mouths the words I'm going to say back to me. And it's very off-putting.
Only when you make eye contact with me when we cast, because it makes me uncomfortable.
I'll never look at you again.
No, please. It's like casting with Harry sometimes. It's like, yeah,
go on. Yeah, I'm listening. This is juicy.
Don't interrupt.
Okay.
It's like when you go to, you know, when they're in movies, right? I don't know if this is a real thing.
Movies.
Yeah, in movies.
Okay.
You know when like someone like writes a kid's book and they go, you're looking at me, it's making me
I don't know where this is going.
They write a kid's book and then they go to like a library and then they read it, or like a bookshop, I guess.
Yeah.
And they do like a reading. With the kids, and they're reading it really like, you know, like they're being very exasperating with their body movement and their face and their smart, you know, they're being very, I don't know what the word would be.
Yeah, I get you.
It's like you when you cast, you look at me, you're like, and now Mouz, they're gonna get, and you like, yeah, I don't know, I can't put it in words.
I tell this story with my,
You're a storyteller, Harry. That's not an
thank you,
insult,
man.
but I just, you know, that's where my brain goes when you look deep into my soul and move your arms around.
Well, this little story is about a guy called Fuzi. He's got a rather large gun.
Yes.
And you see, he's looking to hold on to this area called Middleton, right? Which is not just the surname of the folks married to the one side of the royal family, but on top of that...
Very specific.
Yeah, well, Middleton is...
Well, words can be two things, but yeah.
Yeah, so...
It's not published?
Yeah. It's kind of like mad ramblings. It's like Tolkien's little book that like ties together all of Lord of the Rings. He had like a bunch of short stories that he also published. Yeah, man, storytellers are like that. Lots of loose ends that you need to tie up.
Theodore Kaczynski played video games.
Ooh, ZTR, there's the opener. And Fuzi, as mentioned, trying to hold on to the lone town of Middleton. He does have support from Sapek, our knight in shining armor. Nilo in with another kill. And this is very quickly getting out of hand for Mouz NXT. It's all on to Shane. He's alone out at ramp. 20 seconds. Time is a problem. Time is a problem for us all, but it's a big problem for Shane. He's got 15 seconds of it. Gonna have to savor each and every one of them. And with this ramp flank coming in, the longer he takes, the more damage this ramp flank is gonna do. And Sapek will close the round out from it. 4-1 for the Young Ninjas, and an immediate response to the rifle victory found in round number 4.
Yeah, one thing the Young Ninjas are always so good at is like they just like calm, man. They just like calm in CT sides. They're never over-facing. They're never feeling stressed. Like the comms must be really, really good. I mean, we get to hear them sometimes, but you know, we don't really understand them. Not all of them. You know, every peek is with purpose. Every peek comes with a teammate's flash, or you know, double facing, or waiting on a flank. Like you know, you see some CT sides get really wild, where everyone's just trying to get involved. Everyone wants a piece of the pie, and everyone wants to be the hero. I don't feel like you get that vibe in Young Ninjas. Like they're absolutely fine setting their teammates up. It does look like, I mean, we know this team is experienced, super experienced, but it does look like a tier 1 CS team at times. You get glimpses of it. Nice little Molotov JDC getting trapped in apps. The rest of Mouz flooding out. One man has made it to the ground. It's a cat lurk. Guy watching for it is gone. That's a big frag for Zershin going through the smoke. So we won't make it up cat though. It's up to the apps players, and Rolf is here to deny. Sees a barrel, sees something, and sprays them both. Kills neither. Sapek now picking up the pieces, and it's only Torshi on the AWP. 1 on 3, and he is out of there. Still got a minute left. Still can try and complicate this round, but it's not going to be an easy clutch.
Yeah, he's going to have Fuzi to square up against as well. If he does try to cross the apartments, he's going to have to counter AWP, the young ninja's AWPer, who's already on this angle. He's the incumbent AWP. Torshi can't dethrone him. And Mouz, they forego another round here. Now, no money left as well, so the scoreline probably about to get even sweeter for the young ninjas. I knew I had a good feeling about these guys today, man. I could just tell. It's something about the way they were tweeting, right? I don't know if any of you follow the likes of ZTR, Fuzi, Sapek. Definitely worth it. I don't know, man. They've just been having a lot of fun the last few days. They're always down to clown on the TL. They always look like they're having a great time. And so, I don't know, man. I could just tell the vibe felt good as we were approaching the end of the league for the young ninjas.
Hey, actually, that's a really good bit of career advice as well for upcoming pros, especially pros maybe in this league. You want Harry to say good things about you, compliment him on Twitter. It's a really good way.
That's necessarily It's more like, you know, I always like it when, like, for example, the young ninjas guys, when that 1v5 knife moment happened, and Void aced and won the round after they tried to knife him.
Oh, I remember.
You know, there were two ways that could have gone. You could have just ignored it, right? Like, and been like, oh, well, but they kind of, you know, they bought into, like, the idea that, yeah, this was just the dumbest thing that's ever happened. And they're all, like, laughing about it and having a good time.
Yeah, it's easy to laugh, you know, if it doesn't lose you the game.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. But I don't know, man. It's like even people like Jame, he said like one of the things he wished he'd done was like capitalize on the momentum behind Jame time and stuff like that a little bit more, right? Oh, that's a nice opener in this round from Sui. And the ensuing carnage is going to net ZTR a kill. I was going to say, this might be a 5v4 retake, but no. Through the smoke, ZTR has evened the playing field. The bomb is now down. Ninjas, very measured on this retake. And I do agree with what you say, Hugo. Very calm team, right? No one's scrambling into position here. They're taking it very, very slow, very, very measured, methodical as they clear out CT, they clear out Con. And now they know they've got these two safe spots. Mouz have to be in the site.
Yeah, Molly burns out, but your time is gone. You need to get on the bomb now, and these Deagles, they're not even for the bomb. Only Palace player to worry about. There's the kills coming in. Covering is the AWP onto Palace, and it hits the shot as the defuse comes in with milliseconds to spare. The young ninjas, it was all under control. It was all calm. It was always theirs. And the shame for Mouz NXT, right? No one there to even stop the bomb. They're really forced to swing out from Tetris, out from ramp. They know if young ninjas make it to the bomb site, they're going to win the round. It was a good D from Sui, right? Catching Nilo as he was getting prepared to be flashed into a fight. Even though a bomb plant and some kills come in for Mouz, it's a ninjas round and 6-1 right now. Still lots of chances for Mouz to come back into this half. And Torsi is going to start off strong. Ramp pick coming in, catches ETR on the cross. That's what we needed from Mouz. It's been pretty empty so far.
Yeah, no, it must feel great, like finally being able to move into one of these rounds where you're not at best recuperating lost players. You know, now you get to have a bit more liberty in this round, you know, a bit more freedom. Fuzi still holding for this comp peak. And if he's able to get one and back out, that would be huge, right? Just the 4-on-4 would be massive, especially with this little bait and switch. However, I think that AWP shot actually results on them checking Sapek even harder. And now 5-on-3, mid control taken. It's a short play into this B bomb site, but knocking them down. Rolf with a double. Can he find the third man out through Palace? No, JDC, or Apartments rather, gonna get the better of him. Fuzi left up, all alone.
Yeah, it was going so well for a second. But Shane and JDC pushing out of their buildings in time, and now Fuzi with a one-on-one for the bomb. This is getting scary. He doesn't know. He's in the bomb site, and Sui's able to catch the kill as Fuzi turns back. Weird round, but a round nonetheless for Mouz. They need it. All beginning with Torshi, starting off with an AWP pick. And look what it's done to the money. One round won by Mouz after some close, forced by some close ecos. And the Ninjas have nothing to show for it. Bomb back in spawn. Still a default round here for Mouz. Take mid, hope for kills to come to you, but Young Ninjas not wanting to give any picks over just yet. Got a Deagle waiting in window, but no flash to set him up. If you want to get involved, you got to put your life on the line. And no one's in a hurry to do that. Xerxes instead has to steal back the early kill. Flashing his team into B, it's empty. It's a full A stack, so Mouz are about to uncover the terrible truths of this round.
Oh, they don't commit to the push.
Yes.
Now, you still have two players leaning towards this B site, and I hope that they do just follow through, right? Like, one of these players should get that info. And now the bomb is up short. Yeah, I'm no longer worried. I'm no longer concerned. They're going to bypass this A-hold and lock in a third round. That much is guaranteed here for Mouz NXT. Young Ninjas. There are still guns you could get out of this. Shane is a tasty little morsel down here at ramp. Oh, there's an AK retrieved. Nilo doesn't even get the loot, mate. He did all the killing, and Rolf has stolen the gun. It's always the quiet ones you got to watch out for. I don't know if Rolf's quiet, but he might be.
Well, it's certainly quiet on the A side this round. It's just the sound of the Swedes saving as Mouz pick up a round on B instead. It was always meant to be with pistols in play. But we're going to have more than enough for the CTs to buy now, AWP included, everything you need. Torshi still running his. Back to the A site with a vengeance. Oh, it's fast.
Oh, it's an all-in. This is everyone moving towards A, lining up these standard little set pieces of utility, and they're going over from the get-go. Fast A play, real change of pace, but the utility's done great damage. These two players up at the front are very, very low. And with Sapek finding that opener through the smoke, oh, big sigh of relief for Young Ninjas. Yeah, they're dealt this A play. That much sucks, but Sapek is keeping this in their advantage all damn day. Another kill from Catwalk onto the bomb planter. Finally, they punch in those cursed numbers.
Yeah, balls on Sui to stick it for the third time in the same position. Like, yeah, what could go wrong here? He's a bit wider, and it works out. That being said, this retake is happening. It's not on. It's over pretty much. Torshi and Sui just trying to hold on now. Smoked off at the ramp. Sui's the only guy in front of it. Torshi's been picked. Sui in a 1-on-5 needs to line them up, but he cannot. Quick trades and Ninjas up to a 7th. Sapek, hero of that round, not just the closing kill, but the first couple from short, through the con smoke, into the plant. Not once, but twice. Jesus. Big round out of the Young'uns.
The Young'uns.
Yeah, got it. Trying to think of new names.
Okay.
The youngsters, but that's too gambity.
The Younglings. Maybe that's a little too, Jedi-y slash.
Oh, is that a Star Wars thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Remember when Anakin
was that the
slaughters all those kids, so we just gloss over it?
Was that the first time the word Younglings was used? I didn't know.
No, they used it before that. But yeah, man, what up, my Younglings? ZTR gonna get smoked off in window. Fousey, never mind Skywalker. This guy's the Smoke Walker, mate. He's looking over the top of them over in middle. But he might not ever get a chance to play into this one with a double Palace push coming in, and Torshi over at ramp. This is an A play, and it was planned to be one from the start. Now they get spotted crossing out of the apartments, out of Palace rather. JDC dead in the bottom of middle, and Mouz, they've still got 1 minute and 10 seconds left. They don't have to commit to the A play, but they're so bought into this idea with so little control elsewhere on the map. It's kind of making them have to lean into it.
Yeah, that ramp smoke went very deep, though. They can actually go past it, and the bomb looks to do so. Sui's up and over. He's going to commit. Flash is all they need. Smoke in the jungle and the stairwell. Nilo going to swing with a flash of his own, but he can't get the kill. Whiff spray. Sapek trades with a nade. CTR ready to go through this smoke, flashing through. Zersh jumping over the stairwell to take another, and Sui's managed to get off the bomb and get out with a kill. Fousey's so blind. Mouz 3-on-2. This is a weird round. The Orb now has the bomb covered from ramp. Doesn't need to fight though, can play for the round win. Cross covered, Sui waiting for Shane to peek out and help him. And Fousey might look to save. And with no kills offered up, that is the cool third, now fourth round for Mouz. Didn't think the recommit to A would be as good as it was, but even with the entire Ninja side there, not enough. And Mouz are warming in, right? You can't count them out. You can't say it's a done deal. Not yet. A few rounds up on this T side now, and many more to be found with the economy being gone. You've just got Fousey with that saved orb. He's going to have to do everything in this eco. Throwing himself right into the madness in middle. Smokes the molly. Flash will blind him though, and so out of mid he goes and the orb fires off. That's info. Mouz might even use that and try and kickstart the pace towards a B play to get away from that orb.
Yeah, Fousey's often, very mobile in rounds like this. You need to be with that orb, so we're going to see him reposition after firing off in middle and lean towards this B bomb site. 4 out of the 5 players here for Young Ninjas. Now, because it's so expected that that AWP is going to be moving around a lot, I don't imagine we see Mouz accelerate the pace into a B play, not least until they figure out where this gun is and can try to deal with it. Nilo and Fousey both are in with a kill, a second apart. And even though JDC trades one of them back, this is now starting to get worrying for Mouz, especially with B control taken away. They've got JDC trapped in lower, and that's the bomb now removed from the round for Mouz NXT. This isn't about taking bomb sites anymore. This is about recovering this bomb and saving a 2-on-4 up against the Deagles. And right now, it's not looking doable. Fousey's going to close it out. A huge round for the Young Ninjas to pick up. And it all starts on that AWP Deeg combo between Nilo and Fousey.
That was not the round that they were supposed to win, and even so, you'd think it would be off the back of just the AWP, but my goodness, some well-placed Deeg shots. And once that bomb gets lost in no man's land, well. That's going to shatter Mouz Sports' confidence a little bit, as well as their money. No AWP to combat the double. And Fousey's jumped up on Cat early as well. They're late to mid anyway. Sapper going to drop under. Ballsy play. But with his teammate covering top mid, he can at least know when he has room to escape to connector. Flash should get Fousey off this angle. Should being the key word. Do they have one? They're not throwing it if they do. Out mid they go. Got to watch out from under. Sapek still on his own. Fousey gets a double.
Nice.
He does get dinked. And
he's out. He's out. That's fine. That's fine. He keeps the man advantage in favor of Young Ninjas. Great stuff from Fousey. Not overextending. Towing that very fine line. However, JDC will get his revenge the second time around. Fast up into window. And he's now stripped the Young Ninjas of that man advantage. Also, he saw both the B players in rotation. Now he knows that he's got one guy trapped from B on the wrong side of the murder hole. And so this B site is wide open. This is big brain stuff from Mouz NXT, using JDC as this middleman to manage the rotations and get this information. It set them up brilliantly in this 2-on-2.
Yeah, bomb planted, JDC late to the
I even love that he's taking it really safe, right? Because as they're rotating in, you're like mad paranoid. JDC could be anywhere in these positions. He could have kept it aggressive. Now they've started to clear them out. It's all well and good. They start to realize, all right, JDC isn't here. But now where is JDC? That's a question in and of itself. They got to worry about the player in the site JDC dealt with. Shane goes on to double up and closes it out in the 1v2.
Oh, because they were hunting for him, right? Like, to add on to your point, they weren't really looking for JDC. They just wanted to rush the planter while they knew that last man was, you know, in limbo, still rotating. And Shane not cleared out the corner. JDC dead first, but he still picks up the 1v2. Massive round for Mouz to win there. And Key rotate out in that 2v2 round. They could have easily stuck the bomb in A, but the info is there, and Mouz make the most of that situation. 8-5. Boy, they huddled. These are tight spawns. Little group team hug. Because right now, Mouz are getting it going. It may be looking good for the Ninjas, but they are not out of the woods. This can easily go 8-7 in the blink of an eye. At that point, Mouz are laughing. Lovely stuff. Single AWP, single scout. All right. Already starting to prove to be a problem here for the CTs. Scout on B, AWP on A, and Mouz will meet them right there. They've just got to clear middle first. Underplay coming in. Fuzi had a flash ready for lower. Molly's going to push the player out. ZTR hits the shot as that T-flash comes in. No sweat.
Yeah, great little opener to have nabbed, especially in a, you know, mismatch buy round like this. Nilo with this scout, and not any worse off no matter what you're giving him. That shot is wild. There is no way that that should have gotten away with a kill in favor of Young Ninjas. He's even holding the pixel gap. Oh, smooth moves, gets him up into the windowsill. But he hops down, playing in the site now. He feels the push coming in. He's got support from Sapek over at short, but his teammate is dead. This scout has got to hold the line. The rotations are in market. They're nearby, but they're not near enough to trade these kills out. And Mouz NXT are clawing a path back into this round. Some missed shots for Fuzi. That bomb plant still denied, however. ZTR, that is such an important kill in that moment. Now Torshi, not only has he got a 1v2 to embark upon, but he needs the bomb plant first. They know where he is, and there's the fight won for Fuzi. 9-5. And a heartbreaker for Mouz NXT.
That looks pretty crazy for Fuzi to like make that play in a 2-on-1 with a bomb loose, but that's fully by design. The closer he gets to ZTR, the easier a trade is in that one. Instead, if he sits back and market, you're giving the room to your opponent. You're letting them pick their fights, and maybe they get 2 1v1s. With Fuzi going out and moving close towards Apps, even if he dies there, ZTR's ready to pounce. So big round win out of the Ninjas. ZTR just denying the bomb plant is everything there. And they're looking for double digits. It might not be out of the window either. We have only pistols for Mouz. They're going to hit B again. They want another try at it. But this time, 3 CTs here. Stacked up. AWP trained in from market. Here comes the rush. Mouz, they've got to get through the Molotovs. AWP takes first blood, and Sapek spots the drop. It's cool that at least 2 have made it to the bomb site. The other 2 still milling about in the apartments, and the AWP won't let the bomb move anywhere, but be thrown to the ground in the face of Sapek. He can just hold on, live, as his team go in, move into the site, and pick up the round. Fuzi's here to close it all out. Shane's just not armed for the job.
Yeah, that's a on-the-fly molly right there. Guy's got a protractor out, and Shane still trying to fight for every little chance he can. refusing to concede until he's brought to his knees. Fuzi shuts in that round for the Young Ninjas and solidifies a 10-5 half. Great showing from the Young Ninjas, considering we had quite the fight bought in the middle of that first half of play. Mouz started to look a lot more formidable then, and Young Ninjas were able to double down, refocus up, and close that out with a big old advantage, now moving on to their T side.
Yeah, as said, Mouz won this matchup first time around in week 1, so this is already looking like a bit of a revenge story for the Swedish side. That would be cool. And I think this would make the standings better, or like more exciting, more close, right? If Ninjas win this game, because Mouz are top, Ninjas are in 3rd. 2-game difference between these guys. So this would at least draw it just that little bit closer. It's not done yet.
I can't wait till we get to see what you do in the game, Hugo.
Yeah,
because we've seen Maui now, and mine was crushed.
I'm not even going to try and guess, because I wouldn't.
No,
have
right?
yours.
You wouldn't have guessed that.
I thought they were getting creative. You know, we started seeing coaches flying in on balloons. Maui, you know, in the sewer water in his little inflatable. I thought there's no way you can top that. Well, there I am, wrong. It could be
I would love to know what the creative process is at Weplay. I would love to know. I'm going to theorize it as we get ready to head into this. Let's go into the Young Ninjas team speak as they head into their T-side pistol.
Kan du ta bomba, Kalle? Jag kommer sitta med, jag kommer hålla CV.
Jag gömmer mig lite top mid.
Miguel.
Var beredd med målarna.
Jag går och linear nu.
Målar nu.
Vänta, jag la där. Eller smoke keep djungel, där. Jag ser en CV.
TV, jag är med mer.
Backa in i window. Håll CV. Jag fattar hur bra jag har djungel. Ja. Just det, CV! Jag har djungel. Ja, chilla.
Två CV.
Japp, jag har djungel här boys. Jag kommer bara safea. Spela
Borde komma sätta med mig.
CV.
Jag fick en pallas. Kan du backa?
Två CV.
Japp.
Borde CV.
Solo. Nice.
Jag pikar med Anton. Ser ingen.
Jag har Horus.
Chilla på mig Anton.
CV.
SSV.
Horus, typ.
Ni laddar jag.
Nice, bra boys.
Rätt bra.
CT är stängt boys, det är lugnt.
Nice Love.
Jag pickar Love.
Skit i CT där, okej. Jag har ju plant för mitten.
Okej boys, lägg bara top mid åt mig, sen så kör ni B-poppen. Anton eller någon lägger topp.
Uh-oh, this trapdoor is opening up below Mouse Sports and they're falling into the unknown, Harry.
Yeah.
What lies below the bedrock, some may never know. And the ones who do, never reported back, so...
Are you on about Minecraft or real life?
There was a tie-in, there's a bit of both there, you know, a Counter-Strike, Minecraft, you know, video games, you get it?
Yeah.
Basically, Mouse Sports are running out of time here, Harry. Running out of options, and now they're forcing. That's going to delay their first gun round. Unless, of course, they win it. That's the risk you're taking. But I wouldn't bet money on Mouse to win this round. Look at the map. That should tell you all the story you need. Bomb heading B, stack on the A site.
Wait, Hugo, why? Why would that tell me
Bomb
all I
heading
need?
B, stack on the A site.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, this is really as good as done. It shouldn't get out of hand. I'm never ready to count out Mouz NXT, but now I am. There we go.
Wow. All it took was one kill.
Yeah, I mean, you know, all of the analysts who were paid for this job and the, you know, the other casters, you all pick Mouz NXT as I recall it.
Because if there's one thing that matters more than anything, it's who do I think is going to win? You know, that's what everyone's here for. My opinion, my guesstimation, based on no more information than anyone else has.
Well, could make excuses, or you could just get it right, right? You know.
Yeah. Well, luckily I switched my prediction after that first round when you offered it to me.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I switched it.
No, man, fair play. Casters, Team NIP. Let's go, baby.
We always
got
knew
it.
this was going to happen. 12-5. Hey, Harry, you're the one counting Mouse Sports out with the comeback. Have you been paying attention today? If there's one thing we've had all day, it's been comebacks.
Yeah, hate to break it to you, though.
Comebacks that did lose eventually.
Yeah, so your own point is pretty shit at best, really. Like
a broken comeback is right twice a day.
Right?
So let's see.
Yeah. We got the rifles out for Mouz NXT. And when the rifles are out, you're having a good time. little A play for the young ninjas. They throw a bunch of set of smokes over. These are pretty standard, all with the exception of that one additional smoke middle of the site. It's going to cut down some of these sight lines. Shane's trying to hide behind this smoke, but for the most part, it's young ninjas winning all of these fights. They even spot him. They've seen his helmet. Oh no! Given away by the tippity top of his head. A 2-on-5 for Mouz NXT. This is not what you wanted coming into your first rifle round, and it's gotten worse now. Just Sui. Just one guy. Tap down low. And he's dead on the re-swing. Young ninjas up onto 13. Mouz NXT staring down the barrel of broken money, having to come to terms with the fact that they might only get to play, you know what, 2 or 3 rifle rounds here on this CT side. If they don't win any of them, that's GG.
Yeah, it's starting to unfold that way.
Look at this dude. Look at the top of his head. JDC given away by his helmet.
Poor guy. Yeah, you can't go prone in this game. Sorry, boys. 13-5 and Mouz. Maybe time to take a lie down.
A long nap in the dirt.
Yeah. Although, cheeky little A-stack. The Eagles, an unsuspecting T-side attack. Let's see what happens. They've got to go through the smoke if they want to commit. They do. Bomb dropped. Shane up close and spamming with a Deagle is good for some damage, but the kills fly in for Fuzi. 2-on-3 for a moment. It looked like a Mouz possibility instead. Ninjas crossing to the site with the bomb. And with no one in CT, that's a free plant.
And look at it. Look at these little goblins, bro. They get all your loot and then they go and hide in the caves. That's a goblin tactic through and through. Now, goblins only good in numbers, and they're in an even odds fight here. They're getting swarmed upon, and they will answer back. From goblins to godblins, it's young ninjas up onto 14.
And this is the buy round Mouz have been waiting for, right? This is the one that finally has to show some result. Or, well, the more realistic option, they just roll over and take it. At this point, that does feel inevitable, even if this gun round slips by the wayside. Oh, cheeky little run boost. Fast B approach. That run boost will certainly help putting the AWP in second place. Nilo gonna start walking very late.
Oh, but JDC's got his AWP here.
Did he see?
I don't think he did. Woo! Sees that one, though. Nilo's fully flashed by his own flashbang. Luckily enough, Rolf's going to bail him out. Xerxan, from short, keeps this in the advantage of Mouz NXT, but Boozy reclaiming that. Reclaiming that. What more can he reclaim? Xerxan playing around this smoke, playing fast, playing loose. Dying in and out of cover. ZTR runs through the fire, through the flame, and now Sui got to have a hell of a hold. All alone inside of this B site, does have Shane helping out from Market Door. Shane's dead. Sui swiped down as well. 15 for young ninjas, and just when you think that Mouz NXT have found what they need to make a round happen, we have them step up in these even odds fight. It would only feel right to end this the way it began. Let's go in. Young Ninjas team speak. Let's listen to the boys.
Lägg toppen med mig, sen så lägger ni A-nade. Någon flashat mig från A.
Jag kommer pika i början också.
Jag läser från A.
King, sen så lägger ni
Jag
på
lägger
A-nade. Rolf går A-hus solo. Jag kommer stå topp mid. Jag lägger topplänk från topp mid sen. Ta bomben.
Jag kommer döda nu.
Ja, jag får
Någon utöver dig slå upp.
Ja, jag får ta. Ja, jag lägger en till en ny.
Ja, jag kommer kolla
Jag krossar Connor.
Vänta.
Det ser ut som
Jag är redo.
scout.
Jag har dubbel. Jag kommer lägga en early. Jag lägger en early där. Jag kommer lägga en till. Kolla.
Lägg nu.
Lägger där.
En länk. Jag är ute mitt här. Ni borde köra nu typ.
Ja, vi kör.
Ställa på
Kolla
kallen.
flash,
Chilla.
Är det med lampa?
Jag skiter i
Ja,
macka.
jag är redo. Kör nu.
Vänta,
Jag kommer måla shadow.
Lägg in nu lampa.
Lägger
Jag målar
lampa.
shadow.
Lägger en till.
Jag målar bänk. Jag målar macka då.
En uppe shadow, dog.
Nice.
Nice.
Chilla nu
Ja, det är
boys,
det.
jag kommer lägga topplänk, okej?
Jag lägger
Pratar
trapp.
reverse.
Jag lägger nu.
Flasher trapp.
Han spammar.
Jag la topplänk
De
där.
håller balk.
Jag vet inte om du kan
Jag
något.
Jag
macka.
har trapp här. Har vi en
Jag la
flash trapp eller?
topplänk.
Nej,
Bara
jag har
nu,
inte
flashes,
paus för
bara
det.
nu.
Jag har inte paus för det.
Okej, vi får chilla dem. Erik får till plugg, gör något.
Ja, jag kan
Ja,
försöka söka upp
nu
länk
måste jag
nu.
göra något.
De kommer nog mycket CT.
Kan du hålla sätta boys? En trapp.
Jag kan inte.
De kommer nog mycket CT. Jag kommer komma upp länk nu.
Jag kommer
en
pika
trapp.
på Eriks
En
uppdrag.
trapp.
Jag är bakom
Jag
hans
håller
Chilla på
trapp
Erik
på
bara.
Jag chillar till
De är inte
P30.
side.
Uppe i trapp. Låg.
Side.
En trapp låg.
En trapp är.
Ticket och A-side. Ticket och A-side.
En A default ja.
Japp. Jag går första.
Han dog. Bomb dog.
Låt mig spela.
Chilla till bara.
Han håller mig.
Håll
Jag
inte.
Nice, bra boys.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice boys.
Snyggt.
Jävlar,
Där är vi.
Enkelt.
And the young ninjas, they piece it together right at the very end to close it out in style, in dominant fashion as well. Considering Mousesports took that previous game between the two, and the fact that Mousesports, who, as we've said, started slow into this league, have come out on top of the board looking as good as they do, that was so one-sided. That was dominant for the Swedish side.
But you and I always believed, Hugo, right? We were always believers in the young ninjas. Our analyst desk, as I remember, they weren't. So what did you guys make of this?